Since 1986, Metro Maintenance has provided fast, reliable service to its customers. The Metro team of highly skilled, trained service professionals deliver a full array of services. Metro Maintenance offers heating and air conditioning equipment and service, plumbing repairs and installations, complete electrical service, and general repairs and carpentry for both commercial and residential properties. Let the Metro Maintenance team handle all your service needs. Call today.
Welcome to Braswell Memorial Library. It's our library, and if you haven't been here recently, you need to, because it is clearly one of the most beautiful libraries in the whole state of North Carolina. Right here serving Nash and Edgecombe counties. We're with the director of Braswell Library, Katie Rose. Glad to be here with you.
Thank you.
And Mr. Jerry Harper, who is the director of adult education at Edgecombe Community College. And the main thing, or the first thing we're going to talk about, is literacy. And there's a 5K and 1 mile race coming up to raise funds for that.
Right.
It's the Twin County Literacy Council. Katie, tell us about that.
Okay, the Twin County Literacy Council is an organization that helps adult learners reach their goals in life through improving their literacy skills.
And is there a big need for that in this area?
There is a big need. I can't quote the exact statistics for you, but I know that probably between 16 and 22% of adults in Edgecombe and Nash counties maybe don't have quite as much literacy aptitude as they should. And that doesn't mean that they can't read, but maybe their skills are not enough to help them reach all their goals in life.
And is it run by volunteers primarily?
The Twin County Literacy Council is an organization. It's all volunteers. Even our executive director, Dr. Bertha Haynes, is working as a volunteer. And it pairs one learner with one tutor. And it really is an organization where tutors are trained to help people reach the skill level that they need, and they work towards people's goals.
And what's the involvement of Edgecombe Community College in the adult education program?
Well, Edgecombe Community College Adult Education Department partnered with the Twin Counties Literacy Council a couple of years ago, wherein Dr. Haynes, the founder of TCLC, brought in tutors, certified tutors, into our department to work with our students one-on-one. And so began the partnership between the two entities. We found this to be very beneficial, especially for our students who were receiving direct instruction from our instructors, but that tutorial piece just complemented what the instructors were doing in the classroom and made the difference in some of those student successes.
And we're not talking about people who have no reading skills whatsoever. We're talking about people who have some and want to improve it. Or will you take somebody with no reading skills?
It can be anywhere along a range. And one of the things that we know about literacy and reaching people who could benefit from tutoring is that when people have many, many ways to compensate for reading, and these people are very intelligent and very capable, and they hold jobs in the community, and it's not necessarily a fact that they want to advertise about themselves. So it is a little bit of a challenge to reach the people that we need to reach. We hope that this 5K fundraiser that we're going to have on October the 10th is going to build awareness in our community of the need and of our organization.
And it starts at the Western Avenue right near Southern Bank.
That's right.
Empty lot where
That's
these
right.
things start. At 8 o'clock for the 5K and at 8:30 for the 1 mile walk. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And I'm thinking probably when this airs, it will be past the early registration. So it's 30 for the 5K and it's 15 for the walk.
Right.
Correct?
That's correct.
Can people bring the money then that day?
Yes, of course, and register right on site.
What happens to those dollars, Katie?
Those dollars will go to help the Literacy Council buy more materials for their students. Now she actually Bertha has her office here in this library, and she provides materials here for learners in the library, but she also works with the library at Edgecombe County and the library in Nashville. And so she has tutors, and her organization is spread across Rocky Mount and both counties. And so the money, the fundraiser, will help to buy materials for learners. It will help to provide training for new tutors and help us get the word out about the work that we're doing.
How much training is necessary to be a tutor?
Have you been through the training?
I've been in the trainings as a presenter, and it is a weekend-long process for individuals wanting to be certified as TCLC tutors, and they primarily cover strategies that they can use with program participants in a one-on-one setting.
For instance, give us an example, please.
For instance, vocabulary. Oftentimes, individuals who are non-readers or minimal readers struggle with vocabulary. So tutors go through a process where they are provided strategies to bring the program participants up to speed on knowing words and retaining words. One of the, for instance, the tutors are told to try and relate to the program participants in a way that they live their everyday lives. So program participants may be asked, what is your favorite television show? And they'll give the tutor that show. And then the tutor will then take the words of that show and elevate them so that the program participant can make a connection between the basic words of that show and then an elevated vocabulary list. This may be a little above a beginning program participant's head, but this is what comes to mind. Everybody's familiar with the Two Broke Girls. Then a tutor may give the program participant two impecunious ladies and ask, what show am I talking about? And that way, the program participant can match broke with impecunious, and thereby hopefully take that away with them and incorporate it into their vocabulary and learn new words in that manner.
Jerry, where do people go to get this training? And you said it's about a weekend. And how frequently is the training offered for people who might be watching and might think, I might like to be a volunteer?
Well, one of the primary things to do if someone is interested in being a volunteer would be to contact Dr. Haynes directly. Do you have her contact
We can put it
information?
on the screen.
Okay.
Yeah.
And contact her directly, and she will then inform individuals as to when the next training will be held. It's usually held at one of the libraries, as I understand it. I know I've been to one here as a presenter, and I know that there are trainings held at the Nashville Library.
Right.
So
they're a big partner in this effort.
right. So that would probably be the main thing to do, get in contact with Dr. Bertha Haynes. Or you could call me at Edgecombe Community College, just ask for Jerry Harper and they'll ring you my office, and I'll be glad to help assist in putting the interested tutor in touch with Dr. Haynes.
And is it a very careful process to choose the best tutor to match with the person involved?
It's a good question. It is. It certainly is. And even before that, you want to, a tutor wants to present the information to the program participant in the manner in which the program participant will best receive it.
Right.
For instance, the tutorial process is such that it learns the learning style. It assesses the student for the student's learning style prior to going into actual tutoring, because you wouldn't want to sit down with someone who's a visual learner and simply relay the text to them audibly. So we want to evaluate the learning styles to start with. That's a very important piece. And then from there, match the tutor up with that person who would be best suited to relay the learning style in that manner.
I bet the feedback you all get from this is amazing. I mean, the thought of being a volunteer and help someone open up the world of being a better reader so they can read to their grandchildren, they can maybe get their driver's license more easily, read the Bible. I mean, the list of things in here that are skills that a lot of us take for granted because, you know, through the grace of God, we were able to get that education growing up, but through no fault of their own, there are a number of people who have to adapt.
One story that comes to my mind is a lady that I know that is a tutor, and she works with a woman who is not a native English speaker. And so she says she's learned just as much. It's very rewarding for her. They've developed a deep friendship, and as her student is learning to read and write in English, she's learning about another culture. And so, you know, these skills, they just figure in so many aspects of our lives. And so I think it's a very rewarding job.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think what you said is the tutor gets as much out of it, sometimes even more, and the friendships that develop and whatnot just make it such an incredible gift for both of them. We're going to take a break and come back and talk some more.
Okay,
Stay with us, please.
Since 1986, Metro Maintenance has provided fast, reliable service to its customers. The Metro team of highly skilled, trained service professionals deliver a full array of services. Metro Maintenance offers heating and air conditioning equipment and service, plumbing repairs and installations, complete electrical service, and general repairs and carpentry for both commercial and residential properties. Let the Metro Maintenance team handle all your service needs. Call today.
Hi, I'm Richard Koss, Pharmacy Manager at Almonds Drug Store at the Westridge Shopping Center. Here with my wife, daughters, and my business partner Brad Hilton and his wife Katie. We are delighted to be new business owners living in Rocky Mount and are excited about the new services and products we are adding at Almonds Drug Store's 2 locations. With a full-service pharmacy, a large supply of over-the-counter supplements, and a comprehensive line of diabetic supplies, Almonds has you covered. Our pharmacists also specialize in consultations. We want you to pay the lowest prices and get the best service in town, and our staff works hard to help you save money, but we are also big on friendliness and customer care. We will deliver your prescriptions free, have drive-through windows, and guarantee short wait times. And we come out to greet you personally and see how we can answer all of your questions. Because as local business owners, we care about you. As a loyal member of your community for over 70 years, you can count on Almonds Drugs to make the health of you and your family our top priority.
Please call Almonds Drugs today.
443-3138.
Welcome back. We are learning a lot of wonderful things going on in our community, and we want you to put October 10th at 8 a.m. for the 5K for Twin County Literacy.
The Twin County Literacy Council is the race for reading.
And if you can't race, if you can't run, you can walk. There's a 1 mile walk,
That's
so
true.
there's something for everybody. I would think there might be strollers, there might be a number of other ways to get there, but the funds go, as you've been hearing, to really, really worthwhile ways. And Jerry, during the break, you mentioned that there are a lot of people who, we were talking about Spanish speaking and whatnot. Would you like to tell us a little bit more about how that feeds into Twin County Literacy?
Yes, Twin County Literacy Council is definitely open to servicing and does service, as we speak, the English learners in our area, individuals who have come to the area and want to improve their English speaking. We have tutors positioned to work with those individuals.
And to be able to just function, we were looking at this list too, and it increases your self-esteem. You can stay healthier, and expand on that, Katie. Why would it help you be healthier and your family be healthier?
Well, people, a lot of times, it's like I said earlier, people compensate if they don't have the full literacy skills. And so some of the things that they may not, information that they may not be fully getting is the information on their prescription drugs that they get from the doctors. They may not be able to read those things. Like there's such fine print, I can barely read them. Food, nutrition labels, understanding better health care practices, being able to spend, everyone wants their children to have the best start in life. And so that being able to share stories and books and literature in the home is a great way for parents to be able to pass that along. And so that's definitely a skill set that they would want to have. And I think literacy really, it does impact every aspect of your life. When we went to the board meeting in December, there was a gentleman who said that he had been driving illegally for over 30 years, and his wife says, you're not going to drive the car anymore until you get your driver's license. And so he had to build his literacy skills in order to take the driver's license exam. And he was very proud of that accomplishment, as he should be.
I'm proud of his wife for helping make him know that he needed to do the right thing. And as you're watching, if you know of someone whom you suspect could benefit from this, it's not something one needs to be ashamed of. It's something that is an opportunity to expand and grow and be more a part of the community and more a part of your family in so many ways. And it's safer to travel, get a better job, advance in your job, finish high school, the adult learning programs. I want to tell you, this weekend I was with some friends, and one of them had Netflix and put on the story of Dr. Ben Carson, which is something I was really interested in. My husband has been quoting it ever since. His mother turned off the TV and said to her two sons, you're going to go to the library, you're going to check out books, and you're going to write 2 book reports a week. And they were not good students prior to that, and ended up, as Dr. Ben Carson, the top pediatric neurosurgeon in the world. But all of that goes back to their mother saying, we're not going to sit and watch TV all day. You need to read. There's so much knowledge in books. And so that developed a lifelong love of reading that is the reason that they were able to excel throughout their lives.
And she only had a minimal education herself.
3rd grade,
right.
yeah. So you've seen the movie too?
I haven't. No, I've heard him speak and talk about his upbringing.
But the library is just, people need to use it more, don't they, Katie?
They really do. Well, one of the things they know about children learning to read, and it's funny you mentioned the television, is reading storybooks. It introduces words into your vocabulary that are what they call rare words. And they're words that we know through reading, but they're not words that we speak a lot. Magnificent is an example, or if you think about words that you see in children's books. This helps children make these connections and build these vocabulary skills, and that gives them more ammunition in their toolbox, when they are doing these complex thinking tasks. They have more words to describe what they're feeling. And so she was a very smart mother to tell them to turn the screen off.
Well, they were watching just no-brainer stuff, not that all TV is bad, because certainly this is a good show. People need to be watching it to learn how they can be more involved in the community. But they were playing Jeopardy, and after reading, they were able to answer all the Jeopardy questions because they, in school, started making hundreds on everything, getting scholarships to college and medical school and things that, not that we all can do that, but they were not good students at all. But books, the library turned the corner for them because their mother said, I'm not going to let you waste your mind. You need to learn and be all that you can be. So, are there a lot of opportunities here when if people do bring in children, that you've got staff who can steer them to certain books and places?
Oh, sure, yes. I've made a few notes about some of the things that are coming up in the library. I'd like to mention that last Tuesday, on September the 22nd, we had a storytelling festival on the lawn. And we invited 3rd grade students from 5 different local schools to come. We had about 500 children here.
Wow, great.
We had 9 storytellers, and each child had the opportunity to hear 3 stories. And so it was such a good thing. Storytelling and that oral tradition connects reading and literature to your real life and connects those stories into what you read in books. And so that was something, that was the first time we tried that, and we felt like it was very successful. And so we were really excited about that. We have some more things coming up as far as putting learning opportunities into the hands of children. We got a little grant to buy some LeapPad devices, and these are pre-loaded tablets for small children to use, and they have literacy games and math games, and so we're going to begin circulating them.
And kids can check them out, or
They
their parents
check
can
them
check
out.
them out.
Their
Good.
parents can check them out and take them home for a week.
Was there another one, or
I'm
did you cover what you
fumbling
wanted
with
to? We want to give you the opportunity to share great things happening
this
here.
This month, it's going to be on the same day as the Race for Reading. We're going to have the Star Wars Read Day.
Oh.
And children are invited to come, and there'll be crafts and games and stories for kids. And then at Halloween, we have our annual Halloween party. This year it's going to be Book or Treat. It's going to be held on October the 27th, and there'll be a spooky story time and crafts and games, and children are invited to bring a gently used book to donate for a nonprofit after-school program.
Oh, good.
And that's all my notes.
Wait, and when people come here, the adults too, we talked about children just now, but you've got computers that people can use, you've got, people can get passports here, people can right now, quite frankly, the library's pretty full. I mean, I look down and see lots of people do. A lot of people come here to study.
A lot of
because
people,
it's
even
quiet.
in your program, come to
They
the
do.
library. We do have, I think it's 40 public access computers
Great.
that are at the desktops, and then we have additional laptop computers that we check out inside the building. We do have free Wi-Fi throughout the building. It is turned on at 7 o'clock in the morning, so you can come and check your email outside in the parking lot before you go to work. People don't understand how important the access to internet and computers is in today's society.
Jerry, tell us why we need, if we're sitting there watching, why we need to get more involved in helping Twin County literacy. How do you see it impacting with the adult learning program and all? Just kind of make the case for us one more time.
Well, the services that TCLC offers dovetails with the services that my department offers, in that when they will take a student and begin working with them, and usually that student does not have a high school credential. And once that student has reached a certain level with them, they can transition that student into our program. And what we'll do is take that student, reassess them, and put them on an appropriate transitional pathway into our program, which will allow them to attain stackable credentials along the way as they work towards that high school credential. So it's definitely a lead way into, TCLC services are definitely a lead way into our program. And we've had successes where students will start there and end up with us getting a CRC certificate, WorkKey certificate, a Microsoft Digital Learning certification.
Wow.
They can go through our Leadership Academy, a 4-week Leadership Academy, and on to gain their adult high school equivalency.
Do some of them even go into the associate degree program?
That's true, and then and that pathway doesn't stop. It then goes into a career pathway. It morphs into a career pathway, and which will lead them over into post-secondary education at the college.
Right. And it transforms lives, just
It does.
completely transforms lives.
It certainly does.
I want some feedback from some of the people who've been in the program. Katie, can you tell us, I know you talked about a tutor and how much fun, or Jerry, either one, somebody who started the program and didn't realize how it would open up opportunities.
Well, it's really exciting to hear the testimonies of the non-readers who enter TCLC services and end up succeeding at some of the things you were reading earlier, like the ability to read their Bible, the ability to read grocery packaging and that type thing. It's exciting to hear those testimonies. We hold an annual meeting every December where we have a luncheon, a big luncheon, and we invite our individuals who have received services from us, and we allow them time to come before everyone and speak about the transformations that they've encountered as they entered the services of TCLC and where they are now. And I think it was the young man that she mentioned was one that spoke last year or so. There are other testimonies where individuals who were previously statused as being intellectually disabled come into the TCLC services and actually learn to gain strategies that allow them to compensate for the learning disability that they have, and then they take off. They take off, and they may not become extremely proficient readers or individuals who can read 5 books in a year, but they become functional, and which will allow a program like my program at the college to take them and place them on a pathway and go even further with them.
Wonderful. If people want to sign up and they haven't yet, more information, how, Katie, can they get more for the run?
Well, you can sign up for the run on the day of the race. It is being held at the church on Western Avenue. That's correct.
Right, or Southern Bank in that
Right,
lot right
Southern
across.
Bank, right there. And you can sign up there, or you can go to the website Race for Reading,
Okay.
and you can pre-register there.
Okay, and it sounds like you really put the money to good use.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, we do.
Jerry, Katie, thank you.
Thank you
for
very
having
much.
And thank you. Have a great day.
Since 1986, Metro Maintenance has provided fast, reliable service to its customers. The Metro team of highly skilled, trained service professionals deliver a full array of services. Metro Maintenance offers heating and air conditioning equipment and service, plumbing repairs and installations, complete electrical service, and general repairs and carpentry for both commercial and residential properties. Let the Metro Maintenance team handle all your service needs. Call today